In today's talk, you will learn about the power that the words we use have, how they can impact our own lives and that of others, both positively and negatively, as well as what you can do to make things better. Keep listening to learn more. Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Growth Philosophy Podcast, a bite-sized weekly podcast focused on empowering you to think better and upgrade your life. So let's talk about communication and the words we use. Communication plays a very important role in our day-to-day lives. It pretty much defines our interaction and connection with others. So the importance of communication cannot be overstated. And even though non-verbal communication forms the bulk of our communication with others, the words we use, both in what we say and what we write, also have a major impact on our lives and that of others. The words we use have power. This is why saying nice things can have a much better impact than saying not so nice things. And it is also why we like hearing nice things a lot more than we like hearing harsh or negative things. In fact, we dislike hearing negative and harsh things. We like one, we dislike the other. Here's the thing though, it works pretty much the same way for others too. In the same way we dislike hearing or reading harsh words, so do others. This also presents us with a great opportunity to make the world a better place, since even doing simple things like saying something kind or nice to others can make a big positive difference in their lives and can mean the world to them. Just think back to the last time someone said something nice to you which really made your day, and you'll know just how powerful words can be. Our words alone carry a huge amount of weight, so it is important to think before we use them. Growing up, I used to see this framed hand-sewn quote in my grandparents' living room. It said, "Politeness costs nothing, but may earn you much credit." That saying has stayed with me all my life, and it really is true. One unavoidable and very real fact about our world is that being nice can get you much better results than being impolite, or worse, being rude. 9 out of 10 times, rudeness will cause a bad reaction, will negatively impact you and other people, and can even lead to unwanted and adverse results. Think about it for a second. Does it cost you anything to be polite or nice? No, it does not. But being polite and nice can indeed have a positive impact on our own lives and that of others, often in tangible ways. On the other hand, being rude or impolite when you are interacting with others does cost you. It costs you in mental energy, since it is mentally draining to be harsh and negative. But that's not where the negative impact stops though, as more often than not, the negative words can even cost you in more tangible and significant ways. Like how being rude to a traffic officer can potentially get you fined, or worse. Or how being rude to a waiter at a restaurant can potentially get you food that has been messed with. There can also be more serious consequences, like how choosing the wrong words can destroy a friendship or a relationship. There even are instances of death resulting from harsh interactions. The words you use can improve your life, but they also have the power to damage and even corrupt your life. The words you use can help you or harm you, and often quite significantly. The words we use have a lot of impact, more than you might realize. Choosing them wisely can benefit us, while choosing them unwisely can cause problems for us. So it should be damn obvious by now which option ultimately is better for you. Being nice is good. Being rude is not. Words have power, and because of the power words carry, being nice is pretty much always better than being rude. Being nice does not cost you anything, but comes with lots of perks. It makes you feel good, it makes others feel good, and it can result in tangible and even significant benefits for you and others. On the other hand, being rude or using harsh or negative words have lots of disadvantages. For starters, it can cost you in mental energy, it negatively impacts others, and it can also end up having a tangible negative impact on your life, often a significant and even a dangerous one. So being nice is smart, but being rude is not. All that said, it's not always easy to be nice. In fact, often it's easier to do the opposite. I know from personal experience how that works. Rudeness, dishonesty, and inefficiency are major pet peeves of mine, and they trigger me like anything. Politeness is a big thing for me, as I mentioned earlier, so the lack of it is very challenging for me to deal with. I often struggle to not get frustrated when triggered by things like rudeness, dishonesty, and even inefficiency. Anytime I'm faced with those, it becomes really hard for me not to be angry. When faced with a situation like that, it takes a lot of work for me to be polite and nice. Sometimes it's easier than others, so it is always something I try to be mindful of. I'm not perfect, so this needs consistent effort and always working to get better at dealing with such triggers. And that's the point. An integral and unavoidable part of being human is a lack of perfection. We all have triggers and no one has 100% control over their emotions. As such, the point is to keep working at managing our emotions better, rather than expecting Buddha-like calm and Jesus-like patience right off the bat. Don't expect yourself to be perfect all the time. Do not expect your reactions to be perfectly nice all the time. That's not realistic. Rather, make it a point to consciously opt for being nice and polite, and work on being mindful of your thoughts and feelings at all times. You need to keep working at it, rather than expecting yourself to be perfect right away, or ever for that matter. It needs consistent and constant effort. We all have flaws and triggers. That's a big part of being human, and all we can do is strive to be better. The good news is, it gets easier over time to deal with the negative triggers. Being aware of our own thoughts and actions is crucial for that. Like anything in life, you'll get better at choosing your words and being nice the more you practice it. So the more you practice being nice and choosing your words, the better you'll get at it. As such, you need to make it a habit to consciously practice being nice and polite. Because over time, it will get easier and easier. Over time, you'll keep getting better and better at being mindful of your own words and your behavior, and at choosing politeness and being nice over doing the opposite. Patience has always been a challenge for me, so if I can do it, so can you. This is important. This whole being nice and choosing your words, this is very important because being nice is wise. It's a wise decision to choose being nice and to choose your words carefully. But being rude and being harsh and choosing your words without any careful thought is not wise at all. Now, before we end this talk, I'm going to point out something quite important, a crucial distinction, if you will. Being nice is not the same as being a doormat. That is a very important distinction that people often get confused about. You absolutely can be nice and polite and be assertive at the same time. It's not an either-or choice. Being assertive and being nice can and do go hand in hand. But I'll talk more about that next time. As for this talk, here's the bottom line. It is better to be nice, and it's good for you too. For many, many reasons. Being nice and polite has lots of benefits. It does take more conscious effort though. And it's easy to let the negativities and stresses of life get in the way even if you have the best of intentions. This is why you need to make a conscious effort to be mindful about what words you use, both in your verbal and written communication, because you can ruin your own as well as someone else's day as simply as saying something harsh or rude to others. Or, there is an or you can make someone's day by saying something nice, which also has a positive impact on your own day. It's a win-win scenario. Like, seriously, why would you choose the opposite then? When you have a win-win scenario, you can make your own day and you can make someone else's day. So it's a very good position to be in. This is why being nice and choosing your words carefully is always a better option. Choosing politeness over rudeness is a significantly better option. Not just because it can help others, but especially because it can help you. Being nice is ultimately better than not being nice. Not just because it is the good thing to do, but also because it is the smart thing to do. The choice, though, ultimately, is yours. I hope you choose politeness over rudeness and being nice over the opposite. In terms of action points and what you can do going forward, here's what I recommend. Take at least one thing away from this talk that can help you improve your life, and then start implementing it regularly in your life. It can be something as simple as smiling more, taking a deep breath when something irritates or frustrates you, starting a daily mindfulness meditation practice, as that can help you be more calm and mindful, or even just thinking more about the words you are going to use, especially if they can come across as hard or rude. Implementation is important, no matter how small the practice. Practicing even just one tiny positive thing every day can end up having a big positive impact on your life. So pick something you can do to foster more positivity and politeness, and then start practicing it. Choose your words carefully, because it can and does have an impact on your life. That's it for today, folks. If you have any questions you would like me to answer in the next episode, or suggestions or even ideas for future topics, feel free to send them to me. The links are in the description. Also, like, subscribe and share this podcast with others, as that is the best way it can help even more people. So do that bit for me. Share, like, and subscribe it. I look forward to having you all listen in again next week, same place, same time. Until then, remember to take care of yourself and be mindful of your thoughts and your words. Alright everyone, have a great week.